first vlog just because I want to talk about random things I talk about. So yeah, it's what's the date today? It's August 27th, I believe, of 2025. Driving home from my college class right now. I go to Ohio State, and boy do I have a headache just because I've been doing me a lot of thinking in class. Yeah, taking 18 credit hours this semester, and it is brutal because they're all very hard classes. I feel like I'm taking calculus and microbiology and human physiology and history and one more. Organismal diversity. I don't know if those classes are actually hard. Calculus sounds like it's gonna suck, but I mean, who knows? Anyhow, I had a passion to actually start doing these videos like probably a month ago, and I wish I started it then because it would have just shown the transition period of my life. But I worked at a factory. I worked at Honda, and I worked there for a summer. This is my second summer actually doing it, where I just, I'd wake up and I drive, and I'd love to have done it when I drove to work every morning, but I mean, or left work, just been like, oh, here's my experience as a 19-year-old boy working at Honda for the summer. But it's whatever. It's said and done. It happened. I gained the experience or whatever. So that's cool, I guess. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. When I was on the line thinking about this, because that's where I got it from, is, I work on this line where I'm manufacturing cars. I'm just like shooting stupid bolts on cars and stuff. I had nothing else really going on. And it's like I had time to think, and I'm like, man, that sounds so fun, just documenting. And I think of all these things to talk about, and now when the camera's actually on me, it's like I really don't know what to talk about. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm about to go fishing with my brother. I have a decent amount of homework I need to get done or go home and do, like math and stuff. I just actually got out of my human physiology class, and I had a microbiology lab today, and organismal diversity, but that doesn't matter because my brother and me, we might go fishing. So yeah, that's kind of the plan today. But yeah, I thought, I'm going to document my thoughts. Doesn't matter if anyone ever sees these videos. It's more just for myself, just to document my college years, I suppose. I mean, once again, too bad. I'm sophomore in college this year. Did all freshman year. Too bad I didn't document that, but it's whatever. This is honestly just going to give me more comfortable talking to a camera and whatnot. Not that I ever believe I will have a career that I'll be talking to a camera. I don't believe. I'm going for a dentistry major as a biology student right now. I'm pre-med per se, or pre-dental. But yeah, so I'm just taking a bunch of biology classes and chemistry and all that jazz. Got to get all them sciences down. But hopefully after this semester I'm done with all my math. Just want to get calculus out of the way. I know there's engineers right now where I feel bad for them because they're taking 6 calculuses. Not really. They take like 3 calculus, I think, and all these other stupid classes. That sounds brutal. I hate that. I don't know if Calc 2 gets harder than Calc 1, or if it's just, more functions or whatever. It doesn't even make sense to me anymore. I mean, I don't know. I obviously know I'll never apply calculus to telling people, hey, you need to brush more or whatever, but sometime I feel like, man, I'm in college. Look, at the end of the day, college is a scam. I mean, I'll say that before anyone. It's like half the gen eds that we take, they're all just stupid. They say they build character or whatever, but it's like not really. It's just a way for the college to have an excuse to take more of our money, I believe, me personally, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I obviously would be totally willing to try other things, but this is a stable option. Sometimes I have cool other ideas that I think about, and honestly, one of them is something to do with YouTube, just like an idea. I'm not even going to share it because I don't want anyone else stealing it. If anyone else ever sees this video, can't have anyone snagging my genius idea. But boy, do I hate this drive. I feel like I'm always getting pulled out in front of by semis and having to slow down and have to pause my thinking train. But it's whatever. So anyhow, crap, I forget what I was talking about. I'm gonna have to rewind the tape. College. yeah, like, or ideas, you know. So right now, I actually do have a side idea where I'm doing stuff with a website. I have a clothing brand that I'm trying to start up. The Printful, or I use Printful. It's a print-on-demand service, obviously, because it's a really cheap way to do it. Like, I've only had to sink, I probably sink $100 into efforts that go into my website. I mean, or $1 per month for the website, and then, you know, designing the clothes and everything, and using AI to design them. And I'm proud of it. I'll actually totally link the website down below if anyone who is watching this. If this even gets 5 views, if not a bot, if one of them is not a bot, just like check out the website down below. It's not, my clothes aren't amazing, but there's something I think, I love them. I think they're really cool. I think the designs come out really cool and everything. But I don't know. I was at college today and I remember seeing, like, usually I think I have pretty good style. I think, like, this shirt I'm wearing right now is really cool, but I see some guys with graphic tees. I'm like, yo, that's tight. Whatever the t-shirt they're wearing is. I mean, I don't know. I still, as humble as I can say this, still believe I had a lot better style than, like, anyone else I was in the room with. But, like, he was wearing a dope shirt. Okay, come on now. But yeah, so yeah, if I do post this to YouTube, if I ever get around to it, I need to transfer on my computer, and I'll delete it from my phone because I don't got much storage. Hope the audio is fine on this. I hope the Apple doesn't screw me over with that. But yeah, I don't know. I got that passion is that little website thing. I have this other idea for something I want to design, and I totally will. I do intend. Oh my goodness, that dude's wood. Oh, it's an oversized load. I was like, dude, it's like hanging out the side, but nah, he meant to do that. That's cool. Okay. Anyhow, but yeah, like, I have an idea for, like, another product I want to design. And actually, it wouldn't be something that Printful could design for me. It's not like something I just slap a design on an item of clothing. It's an item of clothing I want to make myself. But yeah, so at some point, my brother's gonna teach me how to sew soon, and I'm totally gonna cook up a little design idea I've just been thinking about of something, because, you know, I've always wanted to make something. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna be an inventor. I don't think I'm intelligent enough to invent the things that people need to invent nowadays. So I feel like not everything's been invented. I always like to say, I think Scrub Daddy is a very good example of, like, some dude found something that we've had for 100 years or however many years people have been using sponges, probably hundreds of years, and just, like, made it 10 times better. It's like, totally, I just gotta find that untapped market. I was seeing yesterday, like, these guys made face, he did like a face, he explains, the bacteria on a towel and how the reason why you're breaking out is blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, he just saw this issue and was like, you know, I'm gonna start selling a towel that cleans your face that you use one time, and it's like a face drying towel that you pull out like a wipe or something. That's incredible. And it's like, for some reason I'm just never taking the time. You know, I was on a line for 3 months, sitting in a factory, just doing the same job. I had so much time to think to myself, and I never ended up sitting down and really thinking, man, what's an invention I can make? I thought a lot about my t-shirts. Like, I actually designed my clothing 2 or 3 weeks prior to when I started the work. I got out of college and I had 2 weeks or 3 weeks off. I decided to take 2 weeks off just to make sure that I wouldn't miss my girlfriend's graduation, because she was graduating from high school, and so yeah, I took that time. I took those 2 weeks, and I'm thankful for those 2 weeks. At the time, it was like, dang, could be making a crap ton more money. But, you know, I actually took those 2 weeks. I decided for once in my life I was going to take a break and treat myself, and I just worked on a website. And every day I worked 8 hours on my website, designing stuff. I didn't take breaks. I tried to figure everything out. I really worked, and I want to say I worked hard. I mean, when you look at what I made, it's like, oh wow, he did that only I could have done that in 4 hours. And it's like, yeah, maybe if I were to redo it right now, I'm sure I could do it a lot quicker. But just, you know, the learning curve of going through all the schematics and trying to figure out everything with the website and the designing and the editing and everything, you know, it's the first time there's trial and error for everything. So it took me a while, but I'm proud of what I produced. I'm proud of. I do love my t-shirt designs. I totally recommend it. If someone is watching this video, to check them out. This is not a sponsor, okay? I'm just saying, like, just look at them, be like, yo, yeah, that's tight. Maybe just like comment, yo, dope, chief. But anyhow, but yeah, I don't know. I have ideas, and I sat on that line, and I guess I never thought, what's the next big invention? You know, it wasn't like face wipes or the Scrub Daddy or something. mean, I always thought I'd like invent this like charger that goes into the wall and is really flat, so that way if you have like you know how people have charging ports that go up against their wall and then their bed's right there, but maybe they want to charge their phone. I was thinking like make a charger port that goes into the wall that's like a hexagon that's thin. It's like this thin up against the wall, and it's like this, and imagine it plugs into your wall like this where there's the two hook prongs right there, and then on the sides are like the USB-C ports that you could plug into it, so that way you can charge like multiple phones at once, or plug in two things, you know, plug in your laptop and plug in your thing. Now a lot of times people also have nightstands, but for the people who do have their like they have their bed set up in the room where it's plugged right next to it, you know. Anyway, yeah, I got a little bit off topic. My girlfriend called me just for a moment, but yeah, I really, obviously I was talking about inventions and whatnot. I don't know. I have other dreams. I've always said I want to be, my main thing when I was a kid, I always want to be an actor, and I think that would still be a really incredible role, just to be like a celebrity that like is in movies or something. I think that'd be amazing, but obviously I don't want to do it if I'm making like a decent amount of good money. I don't need to be like hundreds of millions or even like tens of millions, but you know, like a good amount, you know. But at the same time, I know half those, like, I don't want to be involved with Hollywood and like, or the music industry or anything like that, because all those guys just literally be like selling their soul for clout and stuff. So that's cool. And I'm not trying not to get that, because they're all like, yeah. But I am just coasting right now. I also would love to write a book someday. I would say that writing the book thing is a very feasible possibility for me when I do become a dentist. I think as long as I don't get caught up in like, oh, kids 24/7. Like, I would imagine a few days a week if I am off, and I don't know, I could be a really busy dad, but I'd imagine if I am off, let's say I work 4 days a week. I don't know how many days. I mean, I think a dentist can work 3 days. They have family hours. They can really have whatever hours they want. I'm sure there'll be at some point where I will be at my house, and unless I decide to also pick up a farming career like my father, where he does both farming and vetting, I think I'll certainly have time dedicated to not just cleaning my house and making dinner, but also my hobbies. Hopefully, I would love to, because you know, I really and you know, I hope technology hasn't so absorbed us that like I'm not just on my phone 24/7, like watching Instagram reels on my days. I mean, I can't imagine. That drives, like, I can't sit around at my house for more than an hour on Instagram reels. I mean, I feel like I'm losing too much of my day, and I could be doing something more productive. Today, I will admit, I watched a decent amount of social media on my phone, just because, like, I had just been in classes all day, and I'm like, oh my goodness, my brain just hurts. I'm gonna sit in the library for 45 minutes and watch something. So that's what I did. I try to be productive, but man, in between those classes, the last thing you want to do is be like, you know what my brain could use after a 45 or not 45, like a 2 hours worth of lectures, 45 minutes of homework, or an hour and 20 minutes. I mean, I had an hour and 20 minutes today, but no, I certainly just think, boy, I don't know. I got a few dreams, I suppose, but they're all, I feel like some people's dreams, like, oh, my dream job is to one day become a anesthesiologist in Nigeria, and also high five the Prince of Nigeria or something. I don't know. But for me, it's like, I don't know. I feel like my one thing's feasible. Quite frankly, I think the actor thing, I don't know if I'm a good actor by any means, but I definitely think it could be feasible. The book writing could certainly be feasible. But the actor thing, not if I want to do the dentist crap that I'm doing. You know, I kind of have to take a leap of faith there and be like, you know, I'm going to take the summer off and not make any money and pay for my schooling, and instead just like go out there and get some acting gigs, or like, hey, you have to find an agent that I don't know if you pay an agent before you get an acting job, but find an agent that will get you jobs, and then, you know, go try and get an acting, like, what is it called? Oh my goodness, an audition. You go to the audition, you're gonna go to multiple auditions all the time. You're gonna have to memorize your role, build that character on your own. So that's practically like studying. And then on top of that, then you won't probably get 10 of the, or, you know, you could apply for 100 auditions and only get one of them. I mean, that's all you really need is one, but it depends, because then is that only gonna make you $20,000 a year? Then you're like, oh boy, I'm really barely getting by. And then until you have to go through the 6 months of filming and shooting, or however long it takes to make that movie, and it's always not gonna be high, because they're not gonna just pull some random guy off the streets and give him $1 million role, but just to get your name out there, something as small as that. And then it's like, oh wow, that's crazy. It's like, oh, just, you're gonna be working like a Hallmark movie first. I mean, really, I think that's fair to say, because you're gonna start out doing that. You know, SNL was like a really great way for our comedy actors to really get their names out there, like Will Ferrell and Adam Sandler. I believe a lot of these guys came from SNL. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, and that's kind of gets your name out there. But SNL's kind of not dead. It's just not something people talk about now, I suppose. And it's not really a big thing that will get your name out there like it used to be. But who knows? I just don't know if I ever could do something like that. And also, I think being in the big name area of acting and stuff is like, usually you're around some corruption, and it's a little bit against my morals. But anyhow, guys, I am home. I am going to go inside. I'm going to talk to my brother about fishing. We'll see if I shoot a little bit more of this video today, but I probably won't. So this ends my first ever vlog. I have to edit it and download it to my computer. Just gotta, not really edit it, just literally combine two videos together, and probably cut out just a little part where I'm hanging up and answering whatever. So yeah, sounds good. But I enjoyed talking about this. I hope if anyone is watching this, and we'll see if I do a video tomorrow. I have to drive to class tomorrow, and it's a 40-minute drive. If anyone's watching this, check out my website. I'm probably going to do a video tomorrow, because it definitely made it very fun driving today. It's better than just listening to music, you know. I feel like I'm getting informational value, or I'm talking about my thoughts and I'm processing out loud, and that's really good. I mean, everyone needs a therapist, and I guess my therapist is you guys, or whatever you want to call it. But all right, well, thank you guys very much. If anyone is watching this at all, I don't think anyone is, but if they are, you know, comment something. I'll try and figure out how YouTube is to put comments on. But yeah, all right, peace out.